7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to IFB. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to IFB Interfleet Broadcasting. This is our last episode for Season 5. Thank you for joining us. This is our award-winning pop culture, sci-fi news, and entertainment channel. I'm New York Pete. I'm here with my best friend, Chris the Tipsy Toaster.
Hello,
And we bring you our unique spin on shows we grew up with, stuff from the 70s, 80s, and Tipsy likes to mention the 90s as well, which is true. All the TV movies, cartoons, comic books, and all the cons from then and now. Everyone needs to know that we are big Battlestar Galactica fans, old and new. And welcome, and thanks for joining us. And then everybody that watches us later on as well, thank you, and make sure that you tune in on September 17th when we go into our sixth season. It's the premiere of both IFB and Battlestar Galactica back in September 17 of 1978 is when they premiered in the United States, and so that's also IFB's new year.
Battlestar Day. I've created a new thing. We're going to call it Battlestar Day. And
Battlestar Day. That's right.
They have Star Trek Day. You know, they got May the 4th and May the 5th. There's May the 6th.
That's right.
The 6th one? I don't remember.
No, May the 4th. But anyway.
May the 4th, but there's also the Revenge of the 6th or something like that.
Yes, something like that.
And then there is Star Trek Day, which we just
Yes, there's
passed.
Star Trek Day. Yep. And we put 8th. We got a lot of interest. I went up to the set, did the tour, had a really good time. And
that was amazing. There's some cool pictures.
Yeah. So a lot of people
I've been to the one in Georgia. I'll have to send those.
Oh, did you? Do you have pictures?
I put those pictures up a long time ago. I look really young in those pictures.
You should put those up. That'll be excellent.
But yeah,
so then we cover both sets. Because there's the one in Georgia, and then there's the one in New York.
Kingsland, Georgia?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's cool. Come on, man. You're holding back.
They had a Star Trek day during that. At that point in time, you go down there, and they had stuff they were selling and things like that.
Wow.
That's where they... so what do they film what up in the New York one? The Ticonderoga one? Or which one is the fan film?
They do fan films there.
Right, but which one is it? Is it...
I don't know. There's a ton, man.
Yeah,
there's
I know
a ton.
Farragut Forward is the one out of Georgia.
Okay.
That was I don't know if they're still doing that one or not, but that was fun.
That's a good question. If everybody knows, put it up. We don't I don't know. I didn't go that deep into it. But the tour was great, Bert. Thanks for joining us live. Let's toast.
It's fall.
It is fall. Yeah. So what are you doing?
And you're always drinking cider.
Yes.
So I now have some Haunted Hayride hard cider.
Oh, excellent! That's gonna knock you
from
on
New
your
York.
feet.
Look, it's from New York.
So you know it's good.
Handcrafted in New York. It's probably got rat poison in it. Just kidding. But it's got apple and sugar and brown sugar and all sorts of natural flavors. This should be a nice, crisp fall taste. Ready?
Well, I hope you're going to enjoy that. So,
ready to pour it. Hang on.
Commander Kane is with us, and James McCoy, Lola, Erika, Riley, of course, Doc McAuley, and Chuck Davenport. Yo, Chuck, what's up, buddy? And George G, John One, Bert Oliver, James McCoy. That's what I spot. So, all right.
Nice
Are you?
Clear.
Is that? Yeah. All right. That's good enough.
Yeah. Nice
You don't
clear.
want floaters in there.
Yep. Thanks for. Are you going to bring Tara on? Tiny, you got your box wine.
No, it's a bottle wine this
Bottle
time.
wine this time. Hang on, to make sure I got audio. Oh, there you go.
See.
There it is.
Hey guys.
She's over there with a box.
I'm just like, it's here.
Who needs the cup? I'm just going to drink it out of the box.
It's the whole mug. No problem.
Funny. All right. Well, let's we gotta recognize the fans. So
Yes.
let's do our toast.
All right.
All right, come on, Tipsy.
All right, so thanks for coming out. We're here every Thursday. Been doing this for a number of years now, and it's been a fantastic journey so far. And we've met so many great people. And it is true that the fans are out there. The fans really do build the fandom, and the fans really do fuel the fleet. So here's to you for our last broadcast for number 5 and start number 6.
Here we are.
Fans
fuel the fleet. All right. Yes, absolutely. So thanks for joining us, everybody. Appreciate it, Commander King. See, I told you you're gonna like it.
That's
I told you it was good. Yeah. So
It's
we
like drinking fall.
it tastes like leaves, like sweet leaves, like maybe
Like drinking fall with a pumpkin person next to you or something. I don't know.
Okay. Where do you get that?
I don't know, but anyways,
talk about
we don't make
crazy
any money off of
imagination.
it, guys, but that is darn good. 1911 brewery or Haunted Hayride hard cider. Premium small batch.
FFF. Fans fuel the fleet. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thank you, Tiny Bean, for coming on. And so I, of course, get to see things. I get the preview, and so we'll talk a little bit after because a couple of shows I wanna circle back and talk with you.
I'm not ready for her yet, so keep talking.
Oh,
You're gonna start.
Not ready? Yeah. Oh, you're not ready.
I'm not ready.
Well, I'll tell you now then. So Tiny Bean, we I'm finishing up the Sandman season 2. I'm like one episode away from the end.
Okay.
And it's really good.
It's really good. It is really good. They did a really excellent job adapting this material that I thought was unadaptable. So kudos.
It was really good. So I got a chance to, I've been kind of binging it basically this whole week. I just watched basically all, what is like 10 episodes. So except for the one. So the last one, I haven't really, and I watched a little bit of some, mystery TV stuff, but we'll see. We'll see. I can't make recommendations yet. I won't say anything on that. And I'm looking forward to some of the material that you're going to talk about today because I didn't know anything about the shows. So a couple of the shows that you're covering, I didn't know anything, and I was like, "Whoa, this sounds pretty cool." So,
Good. Yeah. I mean, fall is always like the best time because it's like all the stuff is slated to come out. So there's lots of fun stuff to pick from. I tried to pick the ones that I think are going to be the biggest hits and the biggest, of interest to our fans. So I'm hoping they're all good. Got a lot of good stuff.
excellent. All right. Well, if you're ready, I
ready.
think Tipsy's ready.
You are ready, Tipsy? All right, then.
Wait,
Here we
I
go.
forgot the music again. Oh, well.
Oh, man. I miss my Sinatra.
I gotta find it. Somehow it got deleted when I
boy.
get hard drive switches.
Ah.
but, I'll find it. And here we go.
All right, here we go. Well, hello, IFB. Great to be here. Welcome to Tiny Bean's Corner, where we discuss new, old, and otherwise interesting things for the fleet's potential viewing pleasure. Fall is just about upon us here in the States, and that means a slew of new fall films and shows are about to hit. I have scoured the offerings and I have found some great standouts for you all. So let's dive in. First up, some fun streaming options. Check out the movie Weapons, just now out of theaters and available for video on demand rental. Weapons is a dark psychological thriller starring Julia Garner, who's becoming quite the scream queen, and Josh Brolin. The premise is that one night, all of the students in her class, but one in a grade school, voluntarily left their homes and were never seen again. What could have possibly happened? This one is getting a lot of buzz, guys, strong reviews, and the trailer is terrifying. Filmmaker Zach Kreger credits being inspired by the look of the 2013 Hugh Jackman film Prisoners. Great movie. which gives an especially creepy atmosphere, and the cinematography is being called out as a central part of the film's charms. So if that's your thing, definitely check this one out, guys. Watch it with the lights on, though, just to be safe. Weapons is available now to rent on demand. Next up on streaming, coming to AMC October 10th, is The Talamasca. No secret here in the corner that I am a fan of the late Anne Rice's vampire universe, but this is a lesser known spin off of her work. The Talamasca is an order of scholars who watch and study events in the supernatural world. They are here, and they are always watching. The order tackles everything from witches to vampires and everything in between, so this is sure to be a wild ride. If it's anywhere near as good as AMC's treatment of Interview with the Vampire was, break out the popcorn. This is going to be fun. Starring Elizabeth McGovern, William Fichtner, and Nicholas Denton, the 6-episode season will premiere on October 26th on AMC. Now, on to some in-theaters fun. Coming out right around the corner, Tron Ares will hit theaters on October 10th. This third installment in the Tron series, and a sequel of sorts to Tron Legacy, this one features an all-star cast that includes Jared Leto, Evan Peters, Jodie Turner-Smith, Gillian Anderson, and of course, Jeff Bridges as Kevin Flynn. The original film debuted over 40 years ago. So cool to see this franchise continue. In it, Ares, played by Leto, is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission. Check out the trailer. It looks like all sorts of fun and all but demands being seen on the big screen. So don't wait on this one. Tron Ares will hit theaters on October 10th. Now, Fleet, mark your calendars. November 7th is set to be a big day for film releases, and I have 3 surefire hits for you. So let's start with another installment in a beloved sci-fi franchise, Predator: Badlands. Oh, I am excited for this one. It's based on a prequel graphic novel. It's a standalone offering set several years before the events of the first film. In it, a young predator outcast from his clan meets an unlikely ally, a synthetic human built by Weyland-Yutani Corporation, who is named Thea and played by the delightful Elle Fanning. Co-written and directed by Dan Trachtenberg, known for his work on this franchise and also such hits as 10 Cloverfield Lane and episodes of Stranger Things and Black Mirror. It sounds like this one is in very good hands. Check out the trailer. It's going to be good. Predator: Badlands hits theaters November 7th. Now, this one is a surprise. Keep your eye on the sci-fi thriller Begonia. Its debut at the Venice Film Festival garnered a 7-minute standing ovation, and there is already Oscar buzz. Always a huge win for the sci-fi community. It is a remake of a Korean cult classic called Save the Green Planet. It's about 2 conspiracy theorists who kidnap a CEO because they believe she is an alien intent on destroying the planet. This reimagining adopts the parameters and the premise of the original, while director Yorgos Lanthimos puts a whole new modern spin on things. Starring Oscar winner Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons, the trailer looks spectacular and disturbing in all the right ways. This one will also hit theaters on November 7th. And last up, sit up and take notice, guys. Here's some Oscar buzz. Get ready for Nuremberg. Already receiving outstanding reviews and being hailed as an instant classic, Nuremberg tells the story of a World War II psychiatrist evaluating Nazi leaders ahead of the Nuremberg trials as he attempts to understand the origins of evil. Heavy stuff. based on the book 22 Cells in Nuremberg by Douglas Kelly and Jack L. High's book The Nazi and the Psychiatrist. It took filmmakers 13 years to create this adaptation. Check out this cast: Richard E. Grant, Rami Malek, Colin Hanks, Michael Shannon, John Slattery, and anchored by multi-Academy Award winner Russell Crowe as Hermann Goring. Crowe's performance is already being hailed as the stuff of legends, ultimately terrifying, because when he is in good form, he is sure to hit it out of the park. One reviewer has exclaimed that the film is gut-wrenching, doesn't even begin to describe it. Mark my words, Fleet, this is the big budget one. This is this year's Oppenheimer, and the one we'll all be talking about come Oscar season, so not to be missed. Right now, it's rating kind of middling on Rotten Tomatoes, but expect that to change. Its IMDb score is already an 8.6, so there you go. And yes, it also hits theaters on that magical day, November 7th. So, lots of excellent stuff on deck this fall for us fans of the magical world of film. And here at IFB, we know that fans fuel the fleet. Back to you, Pete.
Excellent. Talamasca?
Right?
Oh
I'm
my.
so
So
excited.
I, I've actually read Interview with the Vampire and some of the other work of Anne Rice, but it's this thing was mentioned, and I think was it Queen of the Damned,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes, you're
it kind of
right.
that's
Spot
what they kind
on,
of
Pete.
brought it from. I was like,
Yes.
whoa.
And she had another series back in the day, the Mayfair Witches book
Okay.
series,
Hmm.
and that leaned more heavily into the Talamasca, but it is very crossover laden between the Vampire Chronicles and the Witches series.
Wow.
And I think AMC did such a fantastic job with Interview that this has got a lot of promise.
Wow. All right. Well,
Mhm.
I'll be checking that out. It's on, I believe you said it was AMC, right?
AMC,
Okay.
yes.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Love your segment. Love your recommendations. Can't go
Yeah.
wrong. And we look forward to your the next audio drama in the series for the Tower Protocol is in production.
Awesome.
You're starring in that one. It's a short, but
Yeah.
we have the supporting cast all in place, and our audio engineer is working on the production of getting that out. And so we will have this probably. I mean, the goal is to get it out before Halloween.
Oh, fantastic. Oh boy, okay, I'm excited.
And keep your fingers crossed, because right now it looks like we're gonna have a bunch of other great news when it comes to the festival circuit. We have the Stranded Warrior, the fanfic that we did, and of course our own original IP, the Tower Protocol Resurrection, and you're in both of them. And I can tell you right now that we just received a new win from a film festival in Nepal, of all places, and we just won the it's a round robin. So we have won best short film,
Oh,
and now we are now finalists for the annual award, right? So they do the best of the best, move on, and we won that. And so who knows? Maybe we might be able to win a trophy for best short at the actual red carpet later in the year, towards the end of the very end of the year. But at least we've won best in category. And congratulations to you and everybody else that was involved. So
mm,
thank you for being a part of
wow.
that. So we have a couple of wins now, Tiny
Fantastic.
Bean, both for Stranded Warrior and the Tower Protocol. And with the audio drama, your character now is taking on a bigger than life, bigger than. So it's kind of cool. And I just wanted to share that with you and everybody else out there. So if you haven't seen the trailer for the Stranded Warrior or the Tower Protocol, it's out there. we've put it out. So they're both on YouTube and they're also on IFB if you want to go in and look for those. So we have them out and you'll see that Tiny Bean is in both of those. So thank you for participating. Thank you for being in the arts. What is going on in your neck of the woods? I know you're always working on something.
Oh, thanks, Pete. Such an honor to be involved. I am so proud, and we're international, guys. This is amazing. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Wow. In my art center neck of the woods, we just started our dance school semester. So I just had
Ooh,
16 little ballerinas in class with me tonight for a couple of classes. And we have Nutcracker auditions this weekend, which is
wow.
always exciting. It's
Wow.
the year is moving so fast. I don't know where the summer went.
Wow. Missed you at the Star Trek
Yes.
set, but it's a weekday. I was there
And
on a
there's no way
weekday.
I would have got there in time. I was like,
Yeah.
ah, I
No,
could
I know it
try,
was a weekday.
but
I was last time we spoke about it on air and I mentioned it to you and everybody else, but it was a weekday. So when I got there and I realized I did text you and I was like, "Oh, it's a weekday. You're working. It's, you got that day job. It's not
Wow.
going to be easy." But I'll tell you, if you ever get a chance to go, Tiny Bean, you're going to thoroughly enjoy it. You feel like it's not a set. You feel like you're actually in an episode of the original Star Trek. It's all to scale, all the
Oh,
detail, everything. It's just incredible. If you
oh,
haven't seen, I posted pictures
yeah.
from the tour, and wow, tour guide was talking, and it was hard to interact because I was totally overwhelmed. It was a lot of fun. Really, truly worth it.
Oh, I can't. I'm dying to check it out. And Shatner will be up here in November, so
Wow.
you might have to come
Wow.
back up,
Yeah, I
Pete.
might have to. I might have to. I'll tell you, I met a lot of people from the city area that
Mm.
are fans, and they're like they've heard about it, and they definitely want to go. So who knows? Maybe we can work it out. I'm not sure, but it is definitely worth the trip, guys. If you live closer to the other one, we're talking specifically the Ticonderoga one, and in New York, and it is phenomenal. It really is.
Nice, nice. Gotta get there, guys.
I
Absolutely.
just need to get I need your autograph because tell me that isn't you in that picture.
Thank you. You just
Tell me
knocked
that's not you.
20 years off my age, and I'll take it. Thank you.
Tell me that's not you.
Fantastic. Yeah,
If
I've
she
heard
needs a
that a few
stunt double, I
times.
know who to go to.
Yeah, and I hear she's tiny like me, so I'm good with that.
I'm telling you, I need an autograph.
You need an autograph because Tiny Bean has been in two of our movies, and never mind that whatever you need your glasses, but you do look like her.
Wow.
She looks like you. She
Yeah.
looks like you. Yes, wow. Tiny Bean has been in The Stranded Warrior, plays a pivotal supporting role, and she's in the Tower Protocol. What are you talking about? Wow. Yeah,
Love it.
And she's a
absolutely.
stunt double for weapons.
There you go. There you
Of course.
go.
Yeah, keep
I'll take
chugging.
it.
Keep chugging. All right, guys. As a matter of fact, before you go, Tiny Bean, Chris the Tipsy Toaster just put up the official trailer for the Stranded Warrior. Is in the feed. Link is an active link. So if you guys haven't watched it, please go ahead and watch it again. That's an award-winning, multi-award-winning international trailer for the Stranded Warrior. So yes, that's right, Erika. Looks a bit like her. I agree. Tipsy's, enthusiastic about it, but okay. I'm just as happy to support that and all the work that Tiny Bean does. So thank
Thank
you, Tiny Bean.
you. Thank you so much, guys. Fans, fuel the fleet.
Hands
I'll
fuel the
see you
fleet.
all soon.
Thank you. All right.
Arr.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Arr.
Is that your first one or second one, man?
It's still the first one.
All right. I'm just checking. Just checking.
Do I
No,
need to
I'm
get
not
more
judging.
evidently? Hang on.
Not judging. Not
I've got
no,
backup
not
beers. Look, I've got
okay.
Atomic Pumpkin. That's my backup beer for the night.
Oh,
Special
okay.
release. It's spicy, by the way.
Ah,
And then this
okay.
is the one I had the other night. Maple Warlock Imperial Pumpkin Stout. You missed that one
What
because
the?
you were playing around in the Star Trek
World.
set.
Yeah. And I have no regrets. But I'll tell you this much. If you guys
Battlestar
haven't,
Day is better.
Battlestar Day is coming up, and that's September 17th. We will be on. It's a Wednesday.
Yes.
Don't fret. We're also going to do our Thursday show, but it's going to be
Abbreviated.
yeah, we're going to abbreviate it, but we will
Not if I
kick
can help
off
it, but anyways.
right,
Oh,
on September 17th, like we always do. And this is, of course, for those of you that are watching now, those of you watching later, this is our last episode for season 5 of IFB. And then next week we officially begin our 6th season live streaming. This is our we're going in with an award as well, right? So we've been recognized for our pop culture podcasting here on IFB. So we got
And
that.
we should be set up. I think we're going to be on another podcast
Yes.
soon. So
Yes, we will be guests on another. Actually, we're going to be doing a review of a particular movie
one of my favorites.
from the 80s. And so we can't give it away.
1986, right? Was
I
it?
believe so. We can't say what it
86?
is
I can't
because
remember.
it's not confirmed. We don't want to mess things up. But as soon as we get confirmation, Tipsy and I will be doing it. We've done it once before. We did a soundtracks, right? Soundtracks for a particular year in the 80s that were
Yep.
covered in Starlog. And so that, if you know who it is, those guys have invited us back and we're happy to be with them. So as soon as we record that and they put that out, we will be then informing you guys and putting up a link so you can hear us talk about
That movie.
this particular movie. Yeah, it's a good movie.
That's amazing.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. I remember I saw it in the movies when it came out. It's a B movie. But,
Unfortunately, it's not Rollerball, but anyways,
yeah,
we'll give,
but
you, we'll give
anyways.
you that.
Yeah. It's not that. But anyway, so that's happening as well. And as soon as we hear more news from any of the film festivals, we're waiting on, I don't know, probably like 28
Wow.
about 28 or so international film festivals. There's as well, I mean, that's overseas as well as domestic, and that counts for both the Stranded Warrior. We've gotten 23 awards for the Stranded Warrior. We have been, are in, or will be confirmed up to 23 film festivals. A lot of them have already passed, but there's some that are still, we're still in competition for. So 23 awards, 23 selections is a really, really big to do, guys. And we've competed against some of the heavy hitters when it comes to fan films, right? So we're talking the Star Trek fan films, we're talking the Star Wars, the superhero ones, and we racked up several wins. So that's great. It's a big honor. And one of the things we wanted to do was to show off the fact that Battlestar Galactica fans are worthy, that we have talent, that we
Still
can get
matter.
out there,
Yep.
that we still matter. And on top of that, Chris, we got to show Battlestar Galactica to audiences everywhere that have
yeah.
never seen any Battlestar.
Did we,
So that's
did we get a
cool.
count on countries yet? I think we were looking to do that.
Yeah, we do.
We
We do. We have
Okay.
we have a little bit of a I can tell you some of the countries. Let's see. Because I made a list based on our conversation. So Sweden, UAE, India, Spain, Canada, UK, Romania, Greece, Italy, Hong Kong.
10.
Yep. And then, of course, there's Florida, New York City,
That's another country for sure.
Chicago,
11.
California. Yeah. And a couple of other states or cities in the US, but that's basically where our fan film has made it around the world.
That's
So
amazing.
it's really cool. So we are very, very happy to be able to say we did that because we love Battlestar Galactica, and the Tower Protocol, of course, is our other project. 2 awards and 10 film festivals as we speak.
Amazing.
Yeah, man.
It's fun. I mean,
It is.
It's don't do
Yeah.
it for the awards. We do it for the fandom, and we do it for the fun. So
Yeah, and it's proven. And by the way, it's important to also mention that for every one we've won, there's at least one or two that we didn't make into,
yeah,
right?
it
That we
happens.
they
Yeah,
it happens.
it
So
happens.
it's
That
not
I can't
like
help it if they have no taste. It's
yes, this is true. But I'm telling you, it's pretty tough competition. But speaking of film, speaking of filmmakers, we have somebody, our special guest tonight, is a in the 70s. Ted produced several fancy short subjects and wrote for various film magazines. He's got a lot of current work and magazines that he has out now. So we're gonna have him on. But I mean, I'm going to read you a little bit of what is on his Amazon bio. In 1977, he published and edited his own magazine called Special Effects Magazine. After a few issues, he quit to produce and write several low-budget science fiction horror films, including Fiend and Night Beast. In 93, Ted resumed publication of Special Effects Magazine. And I mean, all of us have heard of it, if not read it, if not bought it, including myself. So in 1980, he set up his own production company called Filmline Communications, produced, designed, co-designed the creature, and wrote the story for his first theatrical feature, The Deadly Spawn. And throughout the 80s, involved in films as a producer, director, story consultant, writer, special effects design and supervisor, even second unit director, and even a stunt actor. So we'll ask him all about that stuff. And he's
I know
got
that one.
a whole line of magazines and the like that he's put together that he continues to publish. So we're going to have him on shortly. We're going to discuss all that great stuff that he's worked on, stuff that he continues to work on, his appearances, and where we can get some of these books. I was looking at it. We got to talk to him briefly right before we went live on air, and I mean, it's just really really cool. And he's gonna give us some of that insight on what it's like from his perspective to put together a film, and also writing about films and writing about the stuff that he's passionate about as well. And I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised to see the his work, right? The amount of the it's pretty mind-boggling. I was kind of thumbing through it online, and I was like, wow, man, this is a hell of a lot of work that he's done and put out. So that's really cool. Let me see if I can catch. Didn't keep in touch with him though. Okay, so wasn't Deadly Spawn directed by Ted? Yes, it was. And it's Ted is Rob. Ted is our special guest for tonight. He's coming on,
No,
and
you went to school
yeah,
with them.
yeah.
Oh, with the
I
nephew.
kid
Sorry,
you
the
not.
nephew.
Yeah, I kid you not. I went to school with the nephew of the film's composer. Okay, cool. So we'll bring that up. He's going to be with us shortly. He was in the green room, and we'll get him right back any minute now. It's actually yeah. So yeah, man. So we're looking forward to it. Don't forget that September 17th, which is not Thursday, it's Wednesday.
Yes.
September 17th is a Wednesday. We will be on at 8 o'clock. Of course, Glenn Eric Larson will be with us. Jack Stauffer will be with us. We also have a special message from Lorette Cassiopeia. Lorette Spang she'll be
Right.
sending
She
us
couldn't make it because she's unfortunately going to be in an airplane. So
yes, but she has a very special spot that she did for us that she's pre-recording before she leaves for her trip, and so we're going to be sharing that with you guys on the 17th, as well as pop-ups from our crew. So everybody that contributes, everybody that's part of IFB will be coming on for a couple of minutes to say hi and tell us a little bit about what is upcoming for season 6. Bert's battle briefings. Award-winning sci-fi author Bert Oliver Boehmer will come on, tell us a little bit about what's going on with his vision for season 6, and then we'll do a little catch-up on what he's up to in his own world. He's got his own series, award-winning sci-fi books, so that's going to be really cool. He'll come on, and so will John One, and Tiny Bean will come on, and we're going to have all of the regulars will come on and just tell us a little bit about what's going on, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So I look forward to that. Of course, Doc McAuley is going to jump on, and so we're going to have a lot of fun on September 17th, which is a Wednesday, and of course our Thursday is our traditional day to broadcast. So Thursday we will be back. It's a truncated episode, but we will be on as well on Thursday, but our major show is going to be the 17th. And so we look forward to that. I mean, think about it, guys. With your help and with your support, we've been now doing this, closing 5 years. And in a week, we will be beginning our 6th season streaming live. Is that insane, Tipsy, or what?
I was just trying to bring up a picture of our very first project.
Of us? Yeah, it's on YouTube, man. It's out there. It's out there. I made sure that I captured it and put it up, transferred it over to YouTube, and so it's there. And the first broadcast, I'm pretty sure, was only about a half hour.
Oh yeah,
it was a test, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that if it wasn't the first, it may have been that Lola was on. So I think Lola was either on the first or the second.
That was when we were doing the Lola first came on.
Do you remember?
Yeah, it was during AwesomeCon. Remember we brought? Yeah, we had to see if we could get.
It was like
connection.
Our first time that we went to a convention. And Lola was there with us. We called her up on the spot, and Lola jumped right on and helped us out with that. So that was in our first year. That was definitely the first year. Right, Tipsy?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this is it.
Oh, you got a picture of our Oh, that's going to be cool. Yeah. Come on. Put it on.
I don't know. Is this it? Is this our first one?
Come on. We're wearing our brown shirts. That's for sure. We had our brown polos. Which we still have, but that's beside.
Here you go.
Okay. That's it.
Holy crap.
That's our first show 5 years ago. 6.
Yep.
Yeah, does it have the date? No, you don't. Yeah, the date's on it somewhere, but yep, that's it. That was our. You gonna let it play?
I was just pushing through to see if we. There we go. There's a good picture right there.
That was.
I had a whole lot more hair back then too.
That was us 5 years ago. Almost a full 5 years ago. That was us
5 years
broadcasting
flies.
Right when we started.
Yep.
Broadcast
IFB. 0.
That was how. It was what? How does it say? Does it time? Does it say how long it was?
It says it is. It just tells me 4 years.
And change. Years, yeah. It's awesome. So, Erika, you're on standby, I hope, because you're going to be right. You're going to be up tonight doing our convention update. I know that you're following certain conventions, and there's a lot of big cons coming up. You can't cover all of them, right? So you have to be selective. I know Erika is. There's just so many of them. It's impossible.
We had so many people go to Dragon Con, and then somebody, I think Lola mentioned today, that should be a goal for us in regards to 50th anniversary. 2020.
You got a mustache.
Yeah.
Yes, Erika's coming on in 9:20. Thank you for reminding me, Erika. Appreciate that. There's
50th anniversary is going to be 2028.
8. Yes. So for 2028, now that you brought it up, we are going to be doing something on IFB, and depending on which convention gives us the opportunity, we are going to make sure that we celebrate Battlestar Galactica 50th anniversary
All
in
right.
2028. So that's happening one way or another. But you guys need to know that we will be putting together a special 50th anniversary IFB broadcast. And obviously, we're going to have the guests. We're going to have all kinds of stuff going
Yeah,
on.
we'll pull out all the
So,
stops for that one.
oh yeah, we are. We are. We're gonna have everything and everybody. So we'll do a marathon, of course, but we're gonna try to put something together. Hopefully, I mean, we haven't heard much yet, but that's okay. We're just gonna
Oops.
organize
Okay.
some of the others, the BFC and everybody else, and CMOD and some of the others, and of course, Colonial Warriors with Commander Kane and Paul. I know that we hope that you're going to be involved with this as well. And we have our Battlestar Galactica book that'll be coming out obviously way before. If we're
Good.
lucky, in the next few months, we should have that locked
Maybe
down.
we'll be lucky enough by that
You
time
guys
to actually
know,
start writing actual Battlestar Galactica books.
yes, and
Possibility.
stranger things have happened. Well, fingers crossed, guys. You never know.
Yeah.
Anything's possible. However, we're looking forward to, doing as much as we can on our show, and then at a future convention. I mean, that would be phenomenal. I don't know. Hopefully, Dragon Con will jump on this. Usually
You
they
would think
do.
so, but
A lot
you
of
know what's going to probably happen is, and I hate to say this, I don't want to be Debbie Downer here, but or Donnie Downer, whichever one you want to go with. You know what Dragon Con will do? They're like, oh, 50th anniversary of Battlestar Galactica. Oh, we'll get Katie Sackhoff and everybody else in. And like, no, that's the wrong one. That's not the 50th
No,
anniversary.
they're
one.
not.
Yeah.
They're not that silly. But the idea
Oh,
being
yeah?
that
Trust me. Okay.
we're gonna find the best venue to try and promote, Battlestar. Look, from what we've been told, our interactions with those that are in the know, those that actually do this stuff, well, they like making and taking advantage of an anniversary. Give them an excuse, they will do it. I remember I spoke directly with the head of WinterCon, which unfortunately is no longer active in New York City, and man, he was like all about give us an opportunity, like is it an anniversary, is it whatever, and he was like, yeah, we'll do it. He was a big fan. As a matter of fact, he did. In 2019 he put together the it was a get together, right? So he brought Dirk Benedict and Herb Jefferson and Lorette and Noah Hathaway and Sheba, right? Lockhart, and brought them all together at this very, it's a small local New York City convention, and they were all there. And we expected to see them at AllCon in Texas, which didn't happen because of the pandemic. But see, you don't know. But I expect that if we are all together in on this, we can have a really great showing for the 50th, and we're looking forward to it. So whatever convention is out there that wants to do this, we will back it. We will be there. We'll screen, of course, the Stranded Warrior. Will
Contact
IFB will
with
be there.
Yeah. Maybe we'll
put you in
have
contact.
maybe we'll have the director's cut for the Stranded Warrior up by then.
Oh yeah, imagine Rick Springfield. Oh my God, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, Dragon Con
Perform.
responded. So Lola says that Lola already notified Dragon Con. They responded and they
shocked.
are interested. So keep that active. Keep that connection active,
Yeah.
Lola.
Tell me who Tell me who you
yeah,
contacted so I can poke them as well.
yeah, so that we can try to make sure we get that going, because that would be really, really cool. So we are
We're ready to roll.
yeah, we're ready to roll. And so we are very, very honored to have with us tonight Ted Bohus. How are you, Ted? I know you're in the green room, and voila, magic.
Not anymore,
you
he
are
isn't.
here with us. No,
Wow.
he's not. Live. Welcome to IFB. How
That's
are you,
impressive. That's impressive. What I just got on here and bam, you're ready to
Boom.
go.
That's right.
This is a bit of all right.
As it
We
should be, my
don't.
friend.
We
How
value
are
your
you?
time, sir. We do.
Well, I know you're taking away my my cigar, my tequila, my football time. But by
Well,
the way, I missed your drink, so here's to you.
Here's to you.
Here's to you,
Thank
sir.
you. Okay. Well, I was going to ask you about the cigar because I know, you know, I wasn't going to, I would not ask. It would be inappropriate if I asked if it was a Cohiba, but, we'll leave that for the private room. However, you don't smoke in your office?
No, I don't smoke, and I have a cigar room.
Oh, see.
And yes, in my house. So I had built a cigar room there. So it's the Ted Cigar Tequila Cigar Club. So it's an
Excellent.
entire room with a fireplace, big screen TV, ventilation and
We need to
music.
come over. We need to go party over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's where my friends called me up and wanted to come over to watch the football game tonight. And I have something else to do. So
excellent.
no,
Love it.
yes, the Cuban cigars. We love the Cuban cigars. A bunch of our members go to Cuba every year for the shows. So
Oh,
yeah, the
fantastic.
Cohibas are great. Partagas is great. Bolivar is great. There's a number Trinidad, great Cuban cigars.
Oh, absolutely. Not to mention, there's, I'm a fan of a good Nicaraguan as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, Nicaraguans are great. You got the Liga Privadas, which are fantastic Nicaraguan cigars. I was actually going to set this thing up in the cigar room so I could, have a cigar while I was talking.
Oh.
But I actually did that for one of these other ones, and there was another person in the room, and the smoke was just like wafting in front. So it turned out not to be such a good idea.
Well,
So,
Ted, that wouldn't, giving it that feel, right? The actual theme, and like kind of like staging your background, that wouldn't be too bad because you have a reputation of being involved with, that whole monster genre.
yeah, well, I thought it would be good too, but the way the lighting was set up, it was reflecting off of the clouds of smoke, so it was just washing everything. It was horrible. So I said, you know what? Let me just do it here in one of the offices. I have 3-4 rooms filled with memorabilia, and
Love it.
so it's a lot of fun.
Ted, you've been in the business for decades. I mean, going back to the 70s at least, and you've been publishing and writing. One of the things that I kind of brought up that I noticed on IMDb, it's sort of like I guess like a bit sort of like a trivia thing, was you at one point, outside of all the many other activities and other publications, which we'll touch upon as much as we can, there was a book specifically you had in mind, which was the making of low budget sci-fi films, a real horror story.
Yeah.
And I think it evolved. Can you tell us what's the story behind that?
Well, people were asking me to do a how-to book on, and explain about the films that I made, and also explain to people, about how to make low-budget films, what to watch out for, what to do. So I wrote the book and I submitted it to a company in Florida. I forget who it was that said they would publish it. So I sent all my stuff out there. It was going to be a beautiful colored book, and they had the stuff for about 6 months. And then all of a sudden they called me up and they said, "We're really sorry, we're going bankrupt."
Oh my gosh.
So they shut down. So they sent me back all my stuff, and I was going to do it myself. But then a friend of mine said, "Well, you know what?" They said, "People really just want to, hear about first the Deadly Spawn. So why don't you just do that first, and then do the rest of the films in a second or third volume?" And I said, "Yeah, that's I asked around, and people said, yeah, that they would like to do that." So I already had it written. So I just added some stuff to it, and here it is. So it's the
Voila.
making of the Deadly Spawn, and it's in full color, and you can get this thing on Amazon.com, or there's a few of them available on eBay. That's hardcover and softcover, and that's that. So the thing has been doing good. As a matter of fact, Synapse just came out with a new version, as you know, of the Deadly Spawn, the 4K version,
Right.
in a special edition, which is this thing, and it's filled with stuff, cards, posters, everything. It's just
Wow.
all new artwork. It's fantastic. So they wanted to use part of the book. So they're inside of that special edition. There is a square bound mini version of the book, not the whole book, but a bunch of stuff in there. So that was kind of fun doing that. So that's if anyone wants to get them, they're going to release a regular 4K version, but in this special edition, I think by now it must be almost sold out because I think it's a limited edition. They're doing like 5,000. The last I heard, I think almost 3,000 were gone.
Wow.
So yeah, so that was that was good. So
Well,
yeah, but the films, I mean, everybody keeps I've been retired now for 7 years, and everyone keeps trying to get me back in. They're saying, Ted, let's do a Deadly Spawn. Let's do a, I said, well, I'm thinking about doing a graphic novel, which would be a prequel to Deadly Spawn, and then Deadly Spawn itself, and then a sequel to Deadly Spawn. And then if that graphic novel works out okay, trying to give that to the to make a movie, because that's how a lot of stuff gets done now. They take these graphic novels and they make films out of them. So I was thinking of going that route, but otherwise, it's just just retired and having some cigars and drinks. The one thing I did do though is about many years ago I did a magazine called SPFX magazine, and
Sure.
that's about special effects. And so now that I've been retired, I want to do something similar to that, but doing magazines it's a nightmare. It's just a lot of work for no money. So I decided to start a book series called Candid Monsters. And I've been collecting candid photos for probably 50 years. And I have a lot of friends that are in the business and that do this stuff, that have articles, interviews, stuff that I've done myself. And so I've decided to take films and just put this stuff together and do these films and try to put in, every book has between 350 and 600 photos in it.
Wow.
I mean, it's just absurd. Very highly illustrated. This is what it looks like.
Oh,
Candid
wow.
Monsters. And again, they're square bound, and they both come in hardcover and soft cover, on Amazon.com. But so that's been what I've been doing, while I've been retired. They keep trying to drag me back into doing more films. But they just, as a matter of fact, it was so funny. My friend called me up and says, Ted, Metamorphosis, the Alien Factor, is on Stars tonight. And I go, no, I didn't know that. So I watched that because Lionsgate has they own the film. It's a long, stupid story, but they own domestic rights on the film. So people have been saying, why don't they come out with a Blu-ray on this or a 4K on it? We've won awards for that film, the Houston International Film Festival Award for Best Special Effects, and a number of things. But I'm guessing the reason that they haven't come out with it is because they only own the domestic rights, so they don't own foreign. So maybe that's something that, if they don't own all the rights, maybe they're, waiting. I don't know. But now that it's been on Stars, hopefully maybe they're realizing at least they have it and they'll do something with it. Yeah, I don't know.
Ted, what drove you? What was the driving force behind you getting into this? What was it that obviously you're a fan, but there must have been something that kind of got you into this.
Yeah, well, when we were all, like many of us, when we were young, I wanted to make films, and we started out making Super 8 films. I had a friend of mine in North Bergen where I lived, Charlie Chuback, who is still one of my best friends, forever since high school. And we just started out making, low budget films, Super 8, and then we'd had Super 8 sound. And then eventually we graduated to doing some 16 millimeter stuff. And then at that point, I got to know Don Doler out in Baltimore doing low budget stuff. And we were going to get together and do some stuff. And we did. We Night Beast, Fiend. We did a few things, together. And then finally I said, why am I going crazy? This guy's in Baltimore. Why don't I start my own film production company right here in New Jersey? And so I called up my friend John Dodds, who from the Grog stuff, and he's done tons of stuff on Broadway. He's the Beauty and the Beast. And I said, John, why don't we just do our own movie right here in New Jersey? And so I came up with an idea for a story. I designed some interesting creatures, showed them to him, and he said, yeah, let's do it. And it was as simple as that. We just, because when you're naive like that, you don't know. You think you can do anything. But, I finally, put together the money and the crew. And we over a year period, we shot The Deadly Spawn. And crazily enough, it got into theaters. I mean, it's actually, Paramount gave me a call, and I went down and submitted the film to Paramount in New York. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I said, "Is this really going to happen? That Paramount's going to take this film?" And they sent it out to McAuley Print. They sent out to Los Angeles to get the final approval because they approved it in New York. And the guy called me up. He says, "Ted, come by the office." And I said, "Uh-oh." And I went by the office, and he said the word came back that the film was just a little too rough for Paramount standards, and so that was that. So instead, I went to 21st Century, who turned out to be a bunch of crooks. But they did release it theatrically. They made like 60 or 70 prints, and it did play theatrically all over, and then eventually went all over the world, and made some good money. So from there, I just went on. I wanted to, after that, it's all of a sudden you say, okay, well, the first film I did, I want to, now I want to go big. I want to go 35 millimeter and all big effects and everything. And that doesn't happen right away, but eventually it did. I found some investors, and we went on to do what was called Deadly Spawn 2. And another thing, I got some crazy partners that, had their own agenda in mind, unfortunately. And but the film came out. We decided to call it Deadly Spawn 2 Metamorphosis, that it changed to Metamorphosis: The Alien Factor, because they thought that Deadly Spawn was so associated with my name that they were going to feel left out. It was just a crazy thing. But the film came out, and it was a decent film. We had over $1 million, so like a 1.4 million to do that, and it's just packed with a lot of cool special effects. And from that time on, I said, that's it with partners. I said, let me just do my own stuff. There'll be lower budget movies, maybe. I won't have $1.5 million, but maybe if I could raise 50 or 60 or 100,000, I'll do a film. And that's what I did for a while. It was like The Regenerated Man and Hell on Earth, and I did just some movies, Vampire Vixens from Venus. I just did a few of them like that. And, eventually went back to higher budget. We did Destination Fame, which is a teen type film, music film. This Thing of Ours, which was a mob film, action film. We had Aerosmith work on it, and an all-star cast. Vincent Pastore, Frank Vincent, Chuck Zito, Pat Cooper, James Caan. I mean, it was
wow.
Yeah, we had a good, nice star cast on that. So we did some stuff, and then after I did a couple more low-budget films, I said, you know what, it's just time for me to retire. I want to just relax, go out every day, have lunch with my buddies, have cigars and tequila, and just take it easy. And now I'm doing these books. So, also in October 24th, I'll be a guest at the Chiller Theater Convention.
Oh,
at the
excellent.
Parsippany,
Yes.
Parsippany Hilton in Parsippany, actually.
Yes.
So, so that'll be the 24th, 25th, 26th. And so I'll be there. So if anyone wants to come down and, say hi or bring their copies of stuff to be signed, we'll be doing that all 3 days. And at night, we'll be outside, drinking tequila and smoking cigars. So join the Chiller Theater Cigar Club. We have 6 or 7 members, the primary members in that. And so we all hang out after the show and enjoy some good drinks and cigars. So anyone's welcome. Just bring cigars.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for the invite, Ted. Appreciate it. We got a question from our unofficial fact checker here on IFB, part of our team, Rob Baum, and he wants to know what is, let me see, what's your favorite low-budget horror film?
My favorite low-budget horror film that was like a main type film was I Married a Monster from Outer Space.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I always wanted to remake that film. There were 2 films I always wanted to remake. Was I Married a Monster from Outer Space and Hideous Sun Demon. And because I knew Robert Clark, and so he gave me permission, he was going to actually be in the film. And it ended up being, I forget what it was, something with Wade Williams. The rights ended up being convoluted because he sold them rights, but they still didn't have them because the film was in public domain. It was a big nightmare. So when I talked to my lawyers about it, they said, look, we just don't want to you don't want to get involved in this stupid thing, because even though they would lose because I had all the proof that they really didn't have the rights, they said it doesn't make any difference, because if people sue you, it's just a pain in the ass, and then that affects the distribution and whatever. So I said, all right, to hell with it. And so I just went and made The Regenerated Man, which was a similar film. As a matter of fact, the doctor in there is called Dr. Robert Clark. So I just did that instead, so there would be no problem. But that film, that film I really enjoyed. I Married a Monster from Outer Space was probably my favorite low budget film of that ilk, not of the stuff like I make, the real low budget, crazy stuff.
Well, yeah, listen, there's something to be said for, the genre and the type and, that niche, and fans really love this stuff. And it's been, proven time and time again. I mean, your film it's out. It's been, re-released. It's on 4K. And I mean, right? The Deadly Spawn. Yeah. Hey, you did something right.
Yeah, no, it's people are still talking about it, so it's they're still booking it around the country. At least once or twice a month, I get calls from someone wanting to book it, and then what they do is sometimes they put me on with the film while it's on. They put me on a big screen next to the film, and we do like a live commentary.
Oh, wow!
Thing. I do it some places live. I'll sit in the audience with a microphone, and we'll watch the film. We'll do that, but I'm doing it on. 3 times in October from a company out in Los Angeles is doing a show like that. So I'll be doing that there, a Zoom question and answer after the screening.
Do you have the details? We can share it out.
I actually don't. I forget where it's going to be. I think it's going to be, where did he say, September? No, you know what? I don't have the details on when that's going to be, but it's going to be out in LA, and I should have the details, but I don't.
Send it to us, and we'll share it out with all of our fans. Right? I mean, we got fans West Coast, around the world. Baz is on from down under. I mean, we're lucky enough that IFB has a really good following. We're blessed with over 32,000 fans, and we have a really good, solid relationship with the fans here on IFB. So yeah, we'll share that out. We'd love to. Somebody might, some of the guys might have an opportunity to come out and see you. I'm really looking forward to going out to Chiller this year. Again, I've gone now. It'll be my 4th time. I live out in New York City, so I'm on the East Coast. And so I think, are you going to go, you're going all 3 days or just,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
they're all 3 days.
Yeah, I'll probably end up going out, and then if I do, I'll make sure I come out to see you. But I am
the courtyard. You know where the courtyard is, right?
Yeah.
We're right out in the courtyard. Our rooms are
perfect. Absolutely. So Candid Monsters, Ted, you got to tell us a little bit more on, how do you put those out? I mean, you've been putting out a lot. There's a lot of them out on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm working on number 27 right now.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like I said, luckily I have, a lot of friends. Tom Weaver has been a great help. He's done tons of interviews and tons of interview books. But the thing is, a lot of the books that he does are very expensive. I mean, they're hardcover books, and they could be, $60, $70, $80. So I try to, get all this stuff into these books. Like I said, I try to get every behind the scenes photo I could possibly get. Wow. And I illustrate anything that's, when it's an article about the film, I try to illustrate everything from the film with, like I said, usually hundreds of photographs. And it's just been, everyone's been very eager to help to get these things documented, in this way that's highly illustrated. So, because a lot of times the books will come out, they'll do an interview with someone or an article on the film, and they'll show like they'll have 3 or 4 photos. These books have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of photos in them.
Wow.
So it's a lot of fun. I'm just, the one I'm finishing up right now is going to be volume 27, and that's going to be the Alligator People and Gog.
Ooh, okay.
So that should be
all right. So Ted, you gotta clue us in on why these movies, number one, and the answer is going to be, you're a fan, you've watched them, you grew up with them, like we, like all of us. But how do you pick the ones that are going to be in your books, in the Candid Monsters?
Well, that's easy. I pick them by what the most stuff I have on them. So in other words, there's a few films I would love to do major articles on, things like And Then There Were None, but I can't find a lot of information about it. No one has written an article, so, or done interviews with any of the cast members. I can't find anything. So usually it has to be films that I can get information on. I'd like to get interviews with either the producer, the director, the stars, the special effects people, whatever, and then have a lot of photographs. But if I can't have a number of those things, then I won't do it. You're smiling already. He's fact checking me. I know it.
I help out with comments. So I get it. The fans. We got another question. Was the score for Deadly Spawn ever released on LP or CD?
Yes, on both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was released. It was released on both. One was. I'm trying to think if I have it near me. The one was released on it was a double-sided CD. On one half was Deadly Spawn, the other half was Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, my friend Fred Owen Ray's film. And then there was a release of it on a regular LP. On Deadly Spawn was on the cover. So yeah, if you look through eBay and stuff, I'm sure you'll be able to find that stuff. But yeah, it has come out.
Cool. So well, there you go. Well, look, we wanna try to have you come back, and we wanna hopefully I'll get a chance to get out to Chiller and I get to see you face to face.
Yeah,
But
live interview, yeah.
It would be really cool to. Chris, did you say something?
I said it would be great to do a live interview there if you got a chance.
Yeah, that we could. Well, let's see if we can arrange
What
that.
the hell
That
do you
would be
think
really
this
cool.
is?
On location, a live on location.
On location. Yeah, that would be fun. I've done a few of those. Hey, look at that. Son of a gun. You know what you should find? Find the one from Forbidden Planet.
Which one was that one?
Oh,
That's
that. Are you ready for this?
Which one is it?
Wow.
It's
Forbidden Planet.
that one.
Ooh.
Where is it? This thing here is, again, a full color
Wow.
thing on Forbidden Planet with hundreds and hundreds of photographs.
Oh wow.
And it was I tried to put in everything. There's hundreds and hundreds of candid photos there. I tried to throw in everything I could on that. So it's this is a full color thing. Steve Rubin did the original article in Cinefantastique years ago, and so I got some of the stuff, updated a bunch of stuff, added a bunch of stuff. It includes the Invisible Boy as well. So, I mean, the whole thing is in full color. Out of all the books, that's my favorite one because Forbidden Planet, I just love Forbidden Planet. And being able to do that kind of job on it was fantastic. So that's one of the best sellers. That's a good.
That is really, really cool. We're going to share the link to Amazon with everyone.
Done.
Okay, so it's done. Chris already put that up. So you guys, if you want, go ahead and use the link, the IFB link to Amazon for Ted's books, and please check that out. And there's an assortment. I mean, are all 26 up there on Amazon?
Yes.
Okay.
All 26 are available in both hardcover and softcover versions.
Oh man, that's really, really cool. I did quickly look through some of these.
I was looking for one for the Empire of the Ants because that was the movie that scared the crap out of me as a kid.
The thing is, there has to be a cutoff. I'm really only doing stuff from the 20s to the 60s. Maybe I'd like to do something on like the Andromeda Strain or something that's a little bit later. But after that time. In those early films, back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, they didn't have people going around with cameras doing specials, interviewing everyone for DVD specials. They didn't have any of that stuff.
Right.
But after you got into like the 70s or whatever, there's tons of information out there. You go to a lot of these DVDs and they have tons of information. They had crews going out there making featurettes on the movies. They didn't have that. So at that point, I just feel I didn't really need to do anything on the newer films because it's been done. So that's why I figured I'd concentrate just on the films from the 20s to the 60s like I said, I may do a little bit into the early '70s, maybe, but that's about it. And I want to do a whole book on the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
I've got hundreds of candid photos from the Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
And I'll
really?
probably do one on the making of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, because I have
No
it.
kidding.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, wow. That is really cool.
Yeah. And I'm going to
So
do a Hitchcock book.
no, really?
Yeah, yeah. Because I did interviews with Pat Hitchcock and Janet Leigh, and so I have some interviews from that, and I have a lot of behind the scenes, Hitchcock's stuff. So, I'd like to do one on that. So after I do maybe 3-4 more of these, that's going to be it. I'm getting
Oh,
too
wow.
old for this.
Wow.
So I don't know what else I might try, but that's that's about it.
Well, Ted, listen, we wanna thank you for doing this. Chris and I, when we did IFB, we decided 5 years ago that we wanted to be able to do something similar to what you were saying, right? You wanted to capture some of the behind the scenes on films that I don't want to not neglected per se, but they didn't do a lot like they do now, right?
Yeah,
And so,
they're not as
right,
they're not the
yeah,
big popular Star Trek,
yeah,
Star Wars.
right.
Yeah.
That so we decided that our big to do was we grew up with Battlestar Galactica in 1978, and amongst all the other sci-fi that's out there, but everybody has a Star Wars and Star Trek streaming. Same thing for Marvel and DC, and that's all being done. It's out there. Even the actors have their own podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
and we have that love for the Galactica thing, and so that's what created this show. And so we like bringing a lot of the behind the scenes people that are involved in sci-fi. Of course, those who are involved in BSG that are still around, and we love talking to them about what was it like. Jean-Pierre Doliac. He told us all about how he devised and did, and some of the shenanigans, and that's the kind of stuff that we love to be able to capture, to hold on to, and then share it with the fans. A little bit like what you're doing with your series.
That is amazing.
And
The thing
it
back in
is.
the day, you used to have any number of these people doing the conventions, back 30,
Mm-hmm.
40 years ago.
Mhm.
They're all dying off now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even the kids, Billy Gray from Day the Earth Stood Still. I mean, he's an older guy now. I mean,
Right.
it's like the kids are getting old, but all the main guys are pretty much all gone. So
Right.
it's
It's important
it
that
was
you
just lucky
document.
that a lot of my friends did interviews with these people while they were still around.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
I
so
think
cool.
it's important that we talk about this when we first started.
Oh yeah.
It's important to document any stories that you can possibly get from behind the scenes, because I always say it. Everybody's got a shelf life, and these stories need
Some
to live
shorter
on.
than others.
Yeah, so these stories need to live on, and if they're not going to, there's only a couple of ways that it's going to live on. They're going to live on YouTube or Facebook or whatever else, but they're also live on in books or writings, and I think that's important that we document those things. I mean, it's so.
That's
I mean,
exactly what I'm trying
and
to do.
people will learn from them too. So maybe you'll inspire someone with, hey, these people did these other things, and these people, this person made a low budget film. Maybe I can too. And that's kind of one of the questions that before we let you go here, what advice do you have to give someone who wants to make a low budget film or wants to make a film and they don't have the money or whatever else, and you did it? So what was some of the advice that you would give that person or those people? What would you say to them?
Well, first of all, that's not a problem anymore. It used
That's
to be
true.
a problem. When I was doing films, you used to have to, buy film stock, develop, print, hire an orchestra. You used to have to make a film was an investment. Now you don't need any of that anymore. You can literally make a high def film on your phone,
Mm-hmm.
download it directly into the computer, go online, get free editing equipment, get free morphing,
Yeah.
programs, all kinds of special effects, get free music to download. So these young people nowadays are going out there and they're making these movies for, $500, and they're giving them away. They don't care. They'll submit them and they'll say, "Oh, you're going to distribute our film? Well, here, take it." They don't. There's nothing there for them to recoup. They make them for next to nothing. So back then, when we did it, you had to make a certain amount of money because we had to pay everybody. We had to rent equipment. I mean, you had 16 or 35 equipment. You didn't own that. You had to rent it, and you had to buy film stock and develop and print. Editing on moviolas, doing sound, doing sound effects, doing music, and now they get all that for nothing on the internet. And so this right now, for the time, for if you really want to make movies, this is the time to do it because you have all the stuff available to you. It's not like it used to be. It's all available. It's right there in your phone. You download everything, and you can do it very easy, very cheaply. I do tell people that, when young people want to do films, I say, hire adults or ask adults to do the roles, because so many times you'll see they're doing these movies and they're kids, they're dressed up. So, if you're going to do a serious thing, get an adult to be in an adult part. And, that's about it. But otherwise, this is an easy time for them to go out and make movies.
So, go for it, yeah.
I would say, yeah, just do it. But it's hard to make money at it now because there's so many of them. I mean, people I know, like at these bigger companies like Lionsgate or whatever, they say they have rooms of thousands of films that have been submitted, and they have people watching them, all the time. So there's just so much out there, and it's very, very hard nowadays, to make a living, doing this because, well, look at what low budget is now. For movie theaters, low budget is 100 million, 70 million. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy what they consider to be low budget is tens of millions of dollars, which is crazy. So, I would just say if you want to do it, go out there and do it because now's the time you can do it, very cheaply.
One more question before you go. AI, your opinion on its effect or in not only in the film world, but is also in the art world as well as what do you think? Where is that going to fit in, or what's kind of your opinion on that?
Well, it's the same thing as anything, and this is exactly what happened when I asked Ray Harryhausen, the question about what do you think about CGI as compared to animation. He just said it's another tool. It's another tool in the arsenal. To make movies, as long as it's not overused, it's just a tool. And the same thing with this AI thing. It's a tool. It could be a wonderful thing. I remember someone asked me about what I think could possibly happen with movies a while ago, and I said I've been talking to people saying that they think things are going to happen. Like you're going to be able to take a movie, like let's say one of my favorite films, It's a Wonderful Life. So you'll be able to take It's a Wonderful Life and say, okay, now the Jimmy Stewart part I want to be played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Donna Reed part I want to be played by Madonna. You'll be able to pick whatever actors you want to play in there and just put that in, and it'll run the movie with the people you want to be in the parts for these films. And it was science fiction, back then, but now they're saying that's not impossible at all.
Wow.
So I would like to see Deadly Spawn come out in 3D, though. I'm trying to push for that because it's not very expensive to do anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like another project.
yes, it is. Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in.
It pulls you back in. Ted, thanks a lot for coming on. Let's try to have you come back, circle back when you have another, whether it's another book, you got a 4K release, whatever it is that you got going on.
Okay.
Think about us.
We'll put it up. Yeah.
Yeah, please send us the dates that you have for the West Coast screenings, and we'll share that with the fans. We'd love to help out in any way we can and support. We love your work. And I'll be picking up some of your books. I hope to see you in October.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot to everyone there. And that's right. And here's
Fans Fuel the Fleet. Here's to you, Ted. Thank you for doing what you do. All the best.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Okay,
Awesome.
cigars and football time.
Yes. I like that. All right.
Take care. Thank you for your time.
Man, that was so cool, right? I mean, nobody knows everything. It's so hard to keep on top of trying to, follow everything that's going on. I am going to be picking up a couple of the Candid Monsters. So I'm gonna go and check that out.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's some
Yes,
major.
I am for sure. So I'm gonna get a couple. I saw a couple of covers with some of the movies, and I'm like, I am definitely gonna get some of those. They look really, really, really cool. The cover is one thing, but then when we got to see what's actually inside of it, I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
that is
it's on
freaking
Facebook. Oh, no,
awesome.
that's not Facebook. Amazon's got some. It's got them all, and you get that free preview kind of thing, that quick look
Yeah.
inside,
Oh
man.
man,
That
so cool.
that makes you want to buy the
So
book.
cool.
That's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding, man. You get all that information, all those pictures, all the interviews. I mean, just phenomenal. Really, really enjoyed having him on. So definitely worth the time. And
Oh,
I'm
excuse me.
going to try to see if I can meet up with him at Chiller. So we are
Erica was there
waiting.
for a second, and then
Erica was there
she
for a
left.
second. Erica, come back if you can hear us. Actually, let me see if I can send her a quick message.
I'm
Uh,
sure she's listening.
yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
she is. Erica, we lost you.
Erica,
Come back. And so, oh no, not
come towards
backstage.
the
Erica, we
light.
lost you. Come back. So, yeah, all right. I think Erica's back. There we go. Erica, you're back.
All
All
right,
right.
give me a second. Let me
All right. So
put
we're
her in
gonna
the
get
right
it. We're
spot.
gonna set it up.
I think I put her
Very
on
good.
4. Hang on,
All right, we'll
make
talk
sure.
a little bit about some
Yep,
of
4.
the upcoming conventions. Erica follows specific ones, and so we'll talk a little bit about that. And then our last half hour is going to be with our own Doc McCauley. So Doc McCauley will be coming on, and we'll talk about all.
Don't
He's
like
got
this happening.
all kinds
There's
of cool
Erica.
stuff.
So bad.
Erica's yes.
There she is.
Good.
Whoops.
Erica,
She's off to the
Move
right a
over.
little bit. Hang on, I'll fix
Move
that in a
over.
second, Erica.
Hold on.
Give me a second. Don't move. Hang on, I'll
Don't
fix
move.
it.
All right. So yes, the master
32,
Cylon
32.
is gonna do his magic and center
Really?
you.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's Cylon tech. Oh boy, no, there's no earthquake going
Earthquake.
on. There we go.
No, well, I mean, there could be here in North Carolina. We can. Good.
Erica, how are you?
How are you guys?
Good, good, good. So, let's jump in. What are you gonna talk about tonight? What shows? What conventions? What's on your radar?
Well, there's one this weekend in Illinois for Smallville. It's Creations
Oh,
Entertainment.
Wow.
oh, cool. Okay.
I haven't watched
So that's
Smallville
going on in
forever.
Rose. Yeah, for you Superman people. Um, that's having pretty much the entire cast there, except for the one that played his mom. I can't remember her name. She won't be
Oh,
there.
wow.
But John
Barbara will.
Schneider,
Wow.
John Schneider is going to be there. Tom Welling is going to be there. Michael Rosenbaum, who played Lex. Kristen Cruick. So big names. Um,
I'm gonna have to send out a text because I did not know that. Oh
That isn't,
boy.
Yeah.
isn't somebody
Yeah,
that you
that-
know very, very well big into Smallville there, sir?
Yes, my son is a
Yeah.
super fan.
I was gonna
He
say that.
listens to the podcast and he loves Smallville, and so I'm gonna
That's
let him
gonna be
know.
awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
cool.
Same place as the Battlestar Galactica one was in Illinois. Same place. John is going to the salute for Battlestar Galactica this coming, not this weekend, but the following weekend, the 19th.
Okay.
Where's that
That's in
one
New
at?
Jersey.
New Jersey?
That's in New Jersey. That's in
It's
Jersey,
not that
yeah.
far away.
Yeah.
That's in Whippany.
And it's an all-star cast. I mean, I saw the list. There's a lot of actors going.
Yeah, Jamie Bamber, James Callis, Mary McDonald, EJO is going to be there, Tomo is going to be there, Katie is going to be there. I heard a rumor that what the hell is his name? EJO's son, who played Hot Dog, might be there.
Oh, interesting. Is that like a
Bodhi.
late
Yeah, Bodhi.
ad or something? Is that
I don't know. He didn't show up on the list when I looked again, but I remember somebody telling me that Bodhi almost was supposed to be there, but I don't know if he's
okay?
actually going to be there or not.
All right.
I know in Illinois, when they did the one in Illinois, Michael Hogan showed up and he wasn't on the list, and he did show up.
Oh, no kidding. How's he doing?
He looked like he was doing okay.
All right.
His wife, he was in a wheelchair. His wife was on stage with him.
Yeah.
He was kind of answering questions.
Well, I'm glad
from
he's
what
up and about. That's
yeah,
good.
he's sort of up and about. From what I understand, he does very limited because of the situation.
Right.
He does very limited
Appearances and stuff.
unfortunately. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
limited appearances. Unfortunately, he will not be, as far as I know, he will not be in Jersey.
Gotcha. So what else is on your list?
I got 3 others from one of my connections.
Okay.
All 3 are in Georgia. There is MomoCon. Now this is for next year. This is for 2026.
Okay.
MomoCon is in Atlanta, May 21st to the 24th. That's in Atlanta, Georgia. I don't have where it is. I just have the city. Southern Fried Gaming Expo. That's gonna get me. Is July 31st to August 1st. That's also in Atlanta. And the Fanboy can't talk today. Fanboy is in Macon, Georgia, January 3rd, 2026.
Okay,
So,
who's going to be at that one? Do you know?
I don't have a guest list as of right now.
Okay, so they haven't released one?
I haven't gotten one. I haven't looked to see if they have any.
Oh, wow, okay.
But I will be looking into them to see what their guest list looks like.
Okay. Cool. And what's going on? Is there anything coming up near you?
For September, no. October, we have October 4th and 5th. We have Big Lick Comic Con.
Oh, okay.
In Greensboro. I will not be going to that.
Yeah, that one started out in Roanoke. So that was my hometown. Big Lick.
Yeah, it's Big Lick. It's just too expensive to get a table at. They want $300 a table.
Yeah,
So,
I know people who run that con, and that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. San Antonio has one coming up. Mike DeBruyne just put that up. Mike, do you have any details on that one? San Antonio usually put on a pretty decent. Their cons are typically very good. What kind of size cons do you guys get, Erika?
It depends on who's running it.
Yeah.
GalaxyCon is the biggest we get.
Oh, okay, yeah. GalaxyCon is known. So.
GalaxyCon is pretty huge.
Yeah.
They do a lot of. They used to do a lot of online cons.
They did
during the pandemic.
They did. Yes, they did. Absolutely. All right. Well, so you're going to get reports from your people, I guess, on the cons, and you'll be reporting back. If you get any, see if you can pass us any pictures so that we can put up pictures from the cons. Any of them that you have friends or anybody connections that are going.
I will see who's going to what. And
yeah,
I know I am going to try. We have one in October the 19th. I think it's the 19th. It's either the 19th to the 21st or the 20th and 21st. I think it's the 19th to the 21st of October. In Fayetteville. It's the Fayetteville Fan Fest.
Yeah.
And I know the gun star that's attached to the BFC that's from Fayetteville is going to be there. So I've told Keith Wrench that I'm going to try and work it into my schedule.
All right, cool. Well, keep us posted, Erika. Very cool. Appreciate you coming on. We always enjoy getting a little bit of that, the con update. We like that.
How's the page going? Everything, Facebook page?
It's there.
Give yourself a shout out for that.
Yeah, it's there. The Kobold Fleet is there. It's been renamed. Good. We're now the Kobold Fleet. We're becoming our own Battlestar Galactica fan club. It's me, my XO, my communications officer, and our NCOIC for the Colonial Marines that are running it.
Excellent. Awesome. Very cool. Look, the more the merrier, Erika. The more the merrier. We are fans of all the Battlestar Galactica franchise. So we love when we hear, fans, doing their thing and getting the word out. We appreciate you. Appreciate everything you do. Thank you for coming on, and we look forward to your next update.
That's not a problem. I might pop in and see you guys Wednesday.
Oh,
awesome.
yes,
Take
you will.
care.
Thank you very much.
Glad to hear that you're doing better.
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually done with rehab, so
Yay!
Good.
we're doing.
Glad that
And
you're
no,
you're
guys, not
your
drinking or
foot.
drugs.
Yeah,
It's my foot.
what it was it your ankle?
It was my right ankle. Yeah.
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 Yeah, yeah. All right. Glad you're feeling better. Here's to you,
Cheers,
Erica. Thank you.
Take care.
No problem.
Excellent. It's always nice to be able to, chat it up with, about the cons and stuff, especially the ones that we don't really get to go see or
Yeah,
do.
there's so many out there. And
Yeah,
plus
man, it's impossible.
It's nice to
I-
see a group of fans, get together.
Yeah,
at
doing their
different
thing,
ones, yeah.
absolutely. So
All right, hang on. While you
in
in
the
green room,
TARDIS,
yeah, while you in
yes,
the TARDIS.
we have none
was a
other than.
TARDIS, anyways. I didn't watch Doctor Who, so I don't know.
Well,
what
that's
TARDIS
your
is.
fault, and you should just go on streaming something called Roku, and you can watch to your heart's delight.
Roku?
The thing started, like more than 50 years ago. 50,
I think
more
I
than
watched
50.
one or two episodes of the curly-haired guy with the hat.
I will let Doc McAuley interpret what that's supposed to mean. But I think you're talking about Tom
Meanwhile-
Baker, but that's beside the point.
Probably. Give me a second. I'll get you up there.
That's my favorite doctor.
Say hello to
So-
everybody while we're doing that.
All right. Well, yes. Let's see. Did we? Oh, by the way, want to open invitation to Commander Kane, Paul. If you're available to jump on for a couple of minutes on September 17th, we'd like you to, come on and say hello. You are an integral part of the fandom. So, if you're available, shoot me off a message. Let me know. I'll send you a link so you can pop on the 17th. We'd love to have you come on and say hello to the world of IFB and BSG. So that would be really, really cool. Mike DeBrun came back with its Space Con San Antonio, October 24th. Thank you, sir. And welcome, Dr. McAuley. How are you?
Hello, I have a couple questions. Number one, how drunk is Tipsy right now?
I'm pretty damn sober, unfortunately.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
fair
Absolutely.
enough. I wondered the guy with the curly hair and a hat. I wondered what the hell he was going on about. But yeah,
You don't know
so-
which one the curly hair and the hat is?
It's
well,
Tom
there-
Baker.
there's
It's the
there's
one. It's
Nick-
like the one that
there's
was
Nick-
produced on a
Yes.
stage.
Yes, Tom Baker. So, bonus points for anybody who knows who actually named the TARDIS, and bonus points for anybody who knows what powers the TARDIS, and
Powers the TARDIS. Okay.
you'll find a clue in the
Sonic
Paul McGann
Screwdriver
movie.
does.
It's not Sonic Screwdriver. No.
That's
This
the only
man
thing
doesn't
he
like.
knows.
This man doesn't like Doctor Who. He doesn't like Warhammer. Thank God he likes Battlestar Galactica and the Highwayman, or we
And
wouldn't have
Logan's
to
Run.
talk- And Logan's Run.
Logan's
Well,
Run,
that's a
Rollerball,
That's a depressing one as well. God's sake, mate.
Rollerball.
Well,
There's a crap load.
Sam Baker
You know
with
what?
his
The
mega
arc.
scarf.
What? What was that?
Sam
was-
Baker with his mega scarf. Mike,
Mega
what are you
scarf.
talking about?
That's it. Mike's been on the drink. Good man, Mike. I'm jealous. I can't drink anything until
Mike DeBrun, what are you
Saturday.
talking about, man?
Yeah. Get the drink in. Was that Erika not wearing the uniform? That was Erika in civilian dress we saw.
Yeah, that's
tonight.
correct.
In
few
cities.
times.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Yes.
that's a first. So yeah. Anyway, look, I'll stop bullshitting here, and we'll get on with the show.
Keep bullshitting because I got to work. I got to get your
we have
PowerPoint
your
slide set up.
your decks. So I set up all of the visuals except for the last minute stuff. So
Okay.
Tipsy
Oh.
should have in
I got it.
his
Hang on.
messenger.
He's working. That's that. You're both working your magic here.
Now-
So there is actually in my full Zoom. Here's another question for Doctor Who fans. In my full Zoom background, there's actually a TARDIS to the left of me. So it's a TARDIS within a TARDIS. What episode is that image from? And if you look at the console behind me, it'll give you a clue on the era. There you go. Yeah, so a TARDIS within a TARDIS.
I hate to say it, but the console looks like the Romulan ship control. You know what I'm talking about? You know how the Romulans stood around the in the classic Star Trek? Right?
Yeah.
Nobody else remembers
Yes,
that. Okay.
Mike,
Yeah.
Mike DeBrun says Tom Baker's Doc whose scarf was this 20-foot long. Yes, that's right. That is
Yeah,
correct. The
it
20-foot
was
long scarf. Yep.
it was very long.
Yep.
Yeah, I gave you a Dr. Who annual I had written, and that was a Tom Baker one,
Yes,
didn't
it
I?
was.
It was
Absolutely, it was. Yes, it was, my friend.
vague
Uh,
memories of this now. Vague
we
memories.
we didn't drink that much that weekend. However, you have a lot of news to bring up.
I
There's
do.
a lot of great
I
things
do.
happening, and
I never planned this. This just seems to happen.
that's a
And
good thing, though. It's all good.
yeah, it's all good. So yeah, lots of good stuff. So where do we want to start? What are we starting with?
Well,
What's the
How about we start right here?
there we
There
go.
we go. Oh, right, two things in
Whoa,
one.
whoa, go back.
Hang on.
Whoa.
It's on auto
More
run.
things.
Dang it.
More things.
There we go. Try this again. There we go.
There we go. So I didn't know this, but I was featured in SFX magazine in March in this issue.
Dude,
Uh,
the F on that looks like an E, and the head's blocking the rest of it
doesn't
out.
doesn't it?
It looks like a
But
sex
there you go.
magazine.
Yeah, Sex Magazine. Well, Sex Magazine with Sarah Michelle Gellar up front and central, a bad magazine. I would buy that magazine. So anyway, I'm not even sure I'm allowed to say that, but I'm saying,
You
I'm
it's
saying
too
anyway.
late now.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I'm long past giving shits anymore.
Hang on.
So yeah,
Okay, we're good.
that's
Morse
Morse
code.
code.
I did all of those for for the upcoming ones.
Yeah. So anyway, right, SFX magazine. It was the 30th. I think it was the 30th anniversary issue. I was in it, page 13. And I was apparently I was talking all about the Stokerverse and the upcoming Shadows of the Stokerverse book, which Clint Langley illustrated, and is published by Scratch Comics. That'll be coming out on Halloween night, I believe. So yeah, so I was featured in the March issue. That was great. I think this is now like the fifth time I've been in SFX magazine, so that's always good to be in there. And then this is brand new. I got this yesterday. So this is a Doctor Who spin-off novel that I had written, and they've decided to put my face on the cover.
That's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
So
What a nice thing for them to do.
what a very nice thing for them to do. That was back in the days when I was young and handsome and didn't have too many cares in the world. But then the other side of me there is the Cyberman side. So there you go. There's the cold mechanical side coming out that Tipsy loves.
Cylon. Cylon.
So, yeah.
Cylon.
So the cover artist for this was a chap called Warren Green, and Warren does a lot of my covers for Doctor Who stuff and non-Doctor Who stuff. And he's a lovely young fella who hopefully has a great career ahead of him, designing lots more covers.
Well, we'll hire him.
Cool. Very cool.
Next up is
What
this.
have we got next? This is a brand new comic series that I'm involved with called Pale Moon Grim, which is a Western supernatural series. We might do an IFB exclusive on this one with some of the other creators. And this is artwork by James Roach. It's quite a horrific sort of Lovecraftian series of stories about this shaman-esque bounty hunter. And I've written a few tales in there, and I think the first issue is also coming out on Halloween night. So that's another Halloween one for you to keep an eye out for.
That's the
And this
wraparound
is
cover.
this is the wraparound cover for the Dalek book, which is coming out in the next, I think, 2 weeks on general release. Pete's got an advanced copy of it. There you go. That looks really nice. The hardcover looks really nice there. So this, all my monies I'm donating to MS Research for this one. Thanks very much to the Terry Nation Estate for granting the license for the Daleks. This is not the only Dalek thing I'll be doing in the next 12 months. There's a even bigger Dalek project that I'm doing along with some classic Doctor Who actors, some classic doctors, and some classic companions, and Mr. Russell T Davies himself may be involved in this one. I am not allowed to talk about it at all, but I've just done so. So there you go.
Excellent.
So this is the inside, some of the inside of the.
It looks like
of
Ming the Merciless.
This is Anthony Amy's master So I deliberately chose quite a lot of the classic characters. Charles Waples, an artist who's well known for doing James Bond and other sort of kitsch movies and kitsch TV. He very generously donated this book. So you can see that I've got lots of battles between Daleks and Cybermen and all sorts of things happening in there. The book is not for the faint of heart. I don't know if Pete's read it yet, but it's not. It's not your standard run-of-the-mill Doctor Who book. I think they kill the Doctor off
Oh
very
boy,
quickly.
Well,
you went right there.
well, way to go,
Yeah,
Pete.
yeah.
Pete,
So,
Pete will,
so
it's not a teetotaler book
there
there.
it's got there you go. Look, there's some of the nice pictures and artwork and stuff there. So it's a fully illustrated book. I think there's some like 15 illustrations or something. So that was lovely. So that is the second Doctor Who thing of the night. And this is a video game that I worked on. It's a classic video game called Fear Effect. Uh, it originally came out PlayStation 1. I worked with a team to bring this to a remastered edition to all the modern consoles. So you can see the Nintendo Switch case there, but all the modern consoles on Steam. It's a fantastic game. If you enjoy stuff like Resident Evil, this is actually a plot about government. I believe it's government agents, and they're going up against triads, and there's zombies, and there's all sorts of things, all sorts of supernatural things going on. If you enjoy Resident Evil, you will enjoy this.
Is that on
Cool.
Steam as well?
That's on Steam as well. Yeah, it's really good. I mean, we worked extensively on updating the graphics and the gamepad controls. We've even got like features like you can pause and rewind if you die. All sorts of things in there. So
We're rewinding a lot.
yeah, it's quite a difficult game. But it's a fantastic game. It's I think all told it's about 8 or 9 hours, which is quite long for a PS1 game. And yeah, so lots of action and shooting and some puzzles and a very engaging, I would say adult storyline. There's nudity and all sorts of things in it.
I was
So
about to
it's
say,
not
what's the
it's not
rating
for
RP?
that basically that's an 18 rating or
Okay.
that was rating pending whenever we got the case for it.
Okay.
But it's now confirmed as an 18 or what's it, R, rated R or something in the
Hmm.
States. So yeah, it's quite a gruesome game with lady parts.
Ah, okay.
So this is another piece of news. So I am going to be working on the next Dalek thing with this lady, Sophie Aldred, who was Ace, who was the Seventh Doctor's companion. So I'm actually going to be the not just the writer of this comic book, but also the editor of this comic book as well. So
Wow.
that's the next doc. I think that's the last piece of Doctor Who news for the night. I think.
Very cool.
So there you go. Yeah, that's some of the illustrators. A Roboman. That's a Roboman from the Dalek Invasion of Earth, and yeah, it looks really nice. It looks a really
It
nice book.
is. It's a really,
Yeah,
that's
nice book. Yeah,
yeah,
really, really good, solid book. So
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's going to be a general release, I think, in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah,
I think there's one or two little things that have to get ironed out, and they've been ironed out this week. So
very
fair,
nice.
fair enough. So there you go, guys.
Very nice. Excellent.
And stay tuned. Right, we're going to talk a wee bit about our Battlestar book. This will be
Yes,
our second Battlestar book together.
that's right.
So this Battlestar book that's coming out is there's some important things to note about this. We are all fans of classic Battlestar and modern Battlestar and all the comics and everything in between. And this is a look at Battlestar as fans look at Battlestar. Um, Not just with rose-tinted glasses, but with the fact that Battlestar was revolutionary in the world of sci-fi television. Yes, we had an interracial crew in Star Trek, but remember, Battlestar had an interracial crew with persons of color as command staff, and
Yes,
that's really important. Women were given a very prominent position in Battlestar, classic Battlestar. Cassiopeia's backstory is very progressive. I think it would be fair to say that she was a sex worker. and her
Yep,
backstory.
yep. And she
And,
became
you
a
know,
med
yeah,
A
officer.
med tech.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that was a very progressive view of society, and it didn't denigrate sex workers at all in any way, shape, or form, which
Yeah.
I
Once
think's
again,
very important. Okay,
yeah.
so there's things I'm seeing online about people saying that classic Battlestar, isn't progressive and it was terrible and it was
Nope.
misogynist, all of that stuff.
Nope.
It is nothing of the kind. It never was, and that's where our book is coming from. Very much the heart of celebrating the show for the fans. We've
Absolutely.
got Chris Scalf is our cover artist. I was chatting to the publisher today, and for our very special show on Wednesday, we are going to be showing off the cover art of this book.
Oh,
Yay!
wow. Cool.
So the publisher has promised me, he's given me a pinky promise. Pinky promise, we will be able to do that.
Excellent.
We've got a fantastic introduction by Glenn Eric Larson,
Yes.
and we have Cassiopeia herself. He has contributed to the book as well, and we also had contributions from Jack Stauffer. So this is very much a Battlestar book that has a lot of heart in it, and it's the second Battlestar book that IFB have brought out, and
Yes.
it's not going to be the last. I can tell you now, it's not going to be the last.
I like to hear that.
So there you go. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about that on Wednesday's show. Pete, did you talk more about our awards? Have you discussed any more of our film awards?
I did mention there's the one there's actually two. I only mentioned one of the two, and that was the fact that the film festival in Nepal gave us a win, and that has not been published. So I
Oh,
did
that's
mention
breaking
that.
news.
Yes, so that's great news, and we've also been selected into another international film festival that also was not posted. So that is an announcement exclusive for
There we go.
IFB,
There
and
we
that,
go.
of course, Doc, is for our other project called the Tower
Yeah.
Protocol Resurrection. So not only have we put together an award-winning fan film, The Stranded Warrior, 23 awards and 23 selections in film festivals around the world, but our other project, which is I mentioned the Tower Protocol, is now in 9 film festivals around the world, and we have two, two awards confirmed for the Tower Protocol. There
And
you
Awesome.
our
go.
third project was an Amazon Christmas #1 bestseller. Our wonderful Oddfellow
Yes,
investigation book.
Oh,
that's
So
right.
yeah.
there you
That's
go.
right.
So we've a lot of stuff going on, and the reason I bring this up is that you, Tipsy, George, John, Tiny Bean, and so many others, that brought those projects together and brought those projects to life, and also the people watching this, the
Yes.
fans. This is very important. It's the fans that are driving us forward. You're supporting us. You're helping us. You're cheering us on. And without you guys, the momentum wouldn't be there. And this is a very difficult industry. It's very difficult to get books out. It's very difficult to get films out. It's tough out there. So we need all the help and support we can get. And we are now well on our way on our projects with Glenn Eric Larson with Galactic Beats. I've just finished writing the video game document. It's been accepted by the video game team. So we're going to be talking a little bit about the video game probably in the next 8 months. And we're probably going to have a very big announcement, I'm hoping
Yes.
very soon before Christmas,
Yes.
which will really excite fans. So there's lots of stuff going on. And, it's important that everybody here knows that they're all a vital part of it.
That is absolutely 100% true. Well said, Doc. Appreciate you articulating it. Yes, we have high hopes. We will be meeting very, very soon with a very well-known individual in the sci-fi world, and we expect to lock that down. And once we do, we'll share the result. And it's you guys are going to be very, very pleased to know who that is. So it's someone very iconic, and so that's for our Galactic Beat. And I think it's a 2-for-1 because once we can lock down this individual, we'll be able to then get there'll be another very well known celebrity that's also going to be a part of that, and then I don't know. The trifecta is someone else that we're shooting for. And that's to we're still working on that one, but it's an honor to be working with Glenn Eric Larson
Yes.
and the team and you guys and making this happen. It's an original IP, right? And we've signed contracts for the novel, the comic book, the video game, and we're moving forward with that.
And on tabletop game as well.
And
So
the
you've got
tabletop game,
so
yes.
all of these things will be hopefully coming out within the next, I would say, 16 months.
Yep.
So this is how quickly franchises can be built
Yes.
with the right team.
That
What
is
is
correct.
it? Synergetic
Synergy.
integration.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes, that's right. And we are very lucky to have you, Dr. McAuley, as executive producer on these projects.
Yeah.
And your magic has
We wouldn't
has
be where
made a
we're
lot
at
of this.
without you, sir.
oh, I'm very
Thank you.
persuasive. I'm very persuasive.
It's also your talent. So thank you very much for believing enough to partner up with us. We really appreciate you and everything that you bring to the table, and you make a difference. We appreciate it, and we wanted to share that publicly
Oh,
with everybody.
that's a little hint. One man can make a difference.
That is true.
There's a hint for some eagle-eared listeners.
That's right.
No, look, this is great fun, and it's I've loved working with you guys. You're my best friends. You and Tipsy and George and stuff, and John and Tara. You're all my best mates, right? I
That's
live a
right.
very. I'd be honest with you. Like my life is basically work, down to the basement, into the basement, and
At least it's not your parents' house. You're good.
I'm writing.
You've
No,
moved up.
I've moved up. I've got my own basement. Pete's been
Got
in
your
the
own basement.
It's not a very tidy basement. I got Pete's book, and there was like Pete was coming down and said, "Oh, let's see my book," and I was like, "Well, I don't know what the hell it is." It was packed up in a box somewhere. I think I still have to find it. But
Yes, you do.
I got
You
his
hit
book,
somebody with the
and
darn
then
thing because it's so big. It's a self-defense weapon in its own.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it, but I've got all these boxes everywhere. Like I haven't really unpacked. I've been here for a year and I still haven't unpacked. And I've got like Terminator statues and things. But Pete knows this. I don't actually keep anything. There it is. There. Yeah,
Look at that weapon. I mean, you could hurt somebody with that
that's
thing.
it. That's it.
7.5 years.
At least prop open the door with it.
Yeah.
7.5 years
7.5
of
years.
my life, which was meant to be my PhD dissertation, but in another world. And so I decided to go ahead. 686 pages later, I have my award-winning
Yep.
book,
There you go.
historical military history, and very proud of that. Thank you for bringing that up, Doc. But yeah, it's been fun. We continue to look forward and into the future.
Yeah,
We're wrapping
it's the
up
last one
this
for
episode,
this
last
year.
episode of season 5, and next week we begin our season 6.
I can't do
all
it on one
for-
hand anymore. I have to do two.
Nope. You had to do two, all for the love of Battlestar Galactica. If it wasn't for the original Battlestar Galactica and the fandom, we would not be here. We would not have met you, Dr. McAuley. We would not have met all of you
Right.
great people that are out there.
Yeah.
It would not have happened. We would not be here doing this if not for Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah.
So we love the franchise. Our hearts, of course, are with 78 because we grew up watching it live, and it's just the way it is. And that's our unique spin on it.
Yeah.
I mean, why try to look? We have the experts that come on and talk about Star Wars. Chris Fian, right? Mr. Chris Fian from the 501st. He comes on, he talks about Star Wars. We're not going to do a Star Wars show. We have Admiral Simpson right? Brand comes on, he talks about Star Trek. We got Star Trek covered, we got Star Wars covered, and then we bring on our guest speakers. Doc, you talk about Doctor Who and all the
Yeah, yeah, of course. It's like the best sci-fi show ever, right?
well,
Which one was
some would
that?
Yeah,
say,
Logan's
you
Run?
know,
some would say,
you know,
absolutely.
I have to say,
Planet
but
of the
yes,
Apes? Logan's Run?
I
What?
yeah, I do love the fact that we all love the sci-fi world. Like I mean, I love like Blade Runner and stuff. I'm very into
Ah, Blade
cyberpunk. I
Runner.
love cyberpunk, and like, I'll have news about Claudia Christensen mine, our cyberpunk RPG because it's becoming a comic book as well,
Oh wow.
Don't forget
and.
Tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Muller
The
Tree.
tree.
Oh,
Yep.
God,
Yeah.
yeah. So Muller Tree is the kids' book that Claudia and I are bringing out, Crystal Kids
Seen the
Publishers,
pictures on that. That
and
turns amazing.
yeah, it looks fantastic, right?
Hmm.
So I'm not really allowed to show anything, because it's just the cover's done, but the font we're just getting the font right. We're tweaking the font right of the cover,
Comic
and
Sans?
then it's and then it's going to be we're going to release. We're going to show off the
What?
cover, and
What?
then we're going to try and get Claudia on IFB to chat about
Awesome.
Yes.
the whole thing and
Absolutely.
where it's going and it's a very that was a very exciting project for me. It was it was that was a process. That book was a process. When I found out that the story was going to become an orchestral suite that's
Hmm.
being composed by a Grammy Award winning composer. Um, that I had to change the entire book. So I had to change the entire book and change the characters so that they matched up to the musical instruments. And that was very, very different. So the beats of the book, characters, all of that had to change. It was a hell of a challenge. But it's come through well, and I'm hoping that kids enjoy it, kids and their parents enjoy it. And yeah, we'll see. You never know about a project until it comes out. Um, and I'm going to say this as well, like Oddfellow Investigations, if you get a copy of it, please give us a review,
Hmm.
because that really matters. We're looking at the second book of Oddfellow coming out hopefully next year,
Yep.
and we're trying to turn Oddfellow into a film of sorts. So we need that support to be able to do that. And it's great if you love X-Files, if you love historical supernatural drama.
Yep.
It's all there. It's all in there. It's got 5-star reviews across the board at the minute, and I'd love you guys to add to it. And yeah, so there you go. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Perfect. Well said. We have Brooklyn Sci-Fi Film Festival. The Brooklyn Sci-Fi community is big into sci-fi, and we of course have already put the word out. We've published the fact that we have been selected and will be screened at the festival. So for those of you that are local, on in New York, we'll keep you posted as to when exactly we have, what a time slot is going to be. So we're looking forward to premiering on the East Coast, The Stranded Warrior at the Brooklyn Sci-Fi Film Festival. And we've submitted our projects to a lot of,
Hmm.
like I told you earlier on, there's about 28 or so festivals that we're waiting to hear back, and that's between The Stranded Warrior and the Tower Protocol. Who knows? Maybe if we're lucky enough, we may end up a little further. I guess it's east, northeast, and we'll see if we can get into. There's another film festival we're shooting for. I won't say anything yet, but hopefully next year in 2026 we might have an even bigger and better announcement that we're going to be in. Hopefully another gigantic sci-fi film festival, one of the top tier, if not one, probably one of the top five in the entire world. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, guys. We'll keep you posted. But in the meantime, it looks like New York City, Brooklyn might be the place to actually see the Stranded Warrior. We'll keep you posted.
On the big screen.
That's right, on the big screen. And then, who knows? Maybe Doc McAuley be making an appearance.
Listen, I want to come. It's not that I don't want to come. There are extenuating circumstances that are happening.
We're covering a lot of
if
those.
if you cover those, right, and I'm not going to be put in a jail cell with tinfoil over me, as so many Canadians and Irish have
Yeah,
been,
yeah. Well,
Yes.
we're
right?
we're gonna we're gonna make
It's
arrangements.
yeah.
We've already discussed this. There will be a
I'll come.
year.
I'll come because I haven't been in New York now for
Okay,
been
so
15 years now, guys. You know,
we
But
so
will.
there may be a tariff involved on the way. So.
Yeah, there might be a tariff, but we'll help cover that. So yes, imagine that, guys. Having all of IFB, including Doc McAuley and all of you guys at a
imagine having a drink with Tipsy and myself and Pete. Like,
that would
I
be
mean, that's
incredible.
it. That
It could
that
be
would be great,
dangerous.
wouldn't it?
That could be dangerous. We're gonna have to film that. Oh yeah.
Oh
So
no,
New
no, it's
York will
only
never be
dan-
the same.
Listen, it's only dangerous if Pete's wife's allowed to choose the beers.
Ah,
I have never forgotten that beer that she chose for us,
yeah,
Pete. The
that was
last one that
good.
we had to take. It was dreadful.
It was awesome. We have that on film. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, you
It's
can
on
watch it.
YouTube.
You can
You
watch
got
it.
it. It's really funny.
We did. If you haven't seen
Yeah.
this yet,
we
last
get
year
together.
Pete
We're
came over
gonna
to
get some.
Canada, and we blind tested my wife and Pete's wife went out and got the worst beers that you could possibly get, and they saved the worst to last. And I think I was very, very nearly sick. There was a bucket put beside me. It was dreadful. I haven't done those beer
Bring the
things in
bucket.
a long. Yeah, bring the bucket.
Bring the
I have to
bucket.
be really good now because my new day job, I started it last week, so I have to be very, very good. So I can't drink during them.
All right. Well,
Guys,
you'll be able
yeah.
to drink when you come to the film festivals here
That's
on
it.
East Coast.
Yep.
Well, guys, thank you for taking
Oh,
the
yeah.
time out. I think we had a blast. Great guest. It was
Fantastic,
fantastic.
yes.
Doc, thanks for coming on. Erika and Tiny Bean, thank you, everyone. We had a fantastic. It's a great way to wrap up our 5th year of streaming shows live every week, right? Every week on Thursday. We haven't missed any. And so we have over 250 altogether. They're all on YouTube. You can find them all there. And we showed a little clip of the first one that we did, and it's awesome.
Did Doc
It was
McAuley see
nice.
that?
No, I don't think he did. You got to put it up. Put it up one more time.
Sis-
And that's what.
Here you go.
Yeah,
This was
Here you
us,
go, watch
5
this.
years ago.
yeah. This is at our
Close
first
this.
first broadcast that we did on IFB 5 years ago. And that's us. There we go. And that was during the pandemic. We
Oh.
went ahead and we were broadcasting and we had a good time with it. And we really
And I
it
had a
was lot of
crap
fun.
load more hair back then for some
You
reason.
had a mustache too.
And a mustache.
He was going for that Magnum PI look.
Yeah.
That's
That was-
exactly what it was.
That was
That's it.
essentially that was it.
One of
you
his
know,
role models.
the
That's right.
Magnum
So
PI.
we had a really good time. It's been a hell of a good time. We look forward to the next 5 years with you guys tuning in. Thank you so much, everybody. Next week we begin.
We'll be here
our
until we
6th
have freaking Alzheimer's, and then we'll still be here.
we're going to start our 6th season.
We just won't remember
6
we're here,
seasons.
but we'll be
Six-
here.
6 seasons of IFB. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to the team. Hope to see you all live on our next Wednesday, September 17th. Remember, it's Battlestar Galactica Day. That's the day that Galactica was first
Yep.
broadcast in the United
heck with
States.
Star Wars Day, heck with Star Trek Day.
It's all
It is
about
Battlestar
BSG
Galactica Day.
and IFB. So,
Yep.
May the force be with you. Eh? I'll trigger some fuckers
oh
out there,
boy,
won't
all
it?
right. All right. Well, here's
anyways,
to you guys. Here's
yep.
to everybody.
See you next week,
Doc McAuley.
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Yep.
Stay well, everybody. Fans fuel the fleet.
Fans
Take
for the
care.
fleet. Take care.
Bye, folks. Bye-bye.